Hello, Panthers. I'm Juno Gaskins along with Coach Wendel. We had a great win against Burleson. What did you take away from that game?
Well, I thought the first thing that came to my mind was obviously we came off a bye week. I thought we started really fast. I thought we played fast. I thought our offensive line played its best game of the season. Defense started fast in the first quarter. We just looked like we had a lot more energy, and obviously one takeaway from the game is one step closer to the playoffs.
Did last week look to be another strong performance on both offense and defense?
Yes, I thought it was probably the best offensive performance we've had throughout the course of the season. Tate Corbin was 21 for 21 in his reads as a quarterback on the option game. That's almost unheard of. Austin Thomas ran the ball really well and was our leading rusher. Offensive line, again, had a dominant performance. I think we rushed for over 300 yards, controlled the clock. I think we had one 7 or 8 minute drive. Defense started the game fast, then we made a couple of mistakes and let them stay in it. I thought we had 2 mistakes on offense, really. One was a fumble and one was a penalty. Other than that, we wouldn't have punted. So, yes, a strong performance offensively. Defensively, we started fast. We just didn't finish as strong as we'd like to. And so we kind of went back to work and worked on defense a little bit this week, and feel like we're ready for a big game against Cleburne.
With just a couple weeks left in the regular season, what are you working on in practice?
Our focus this week is Cleburne, and what they do, they're a little bit different, unique defensively, and then offensively they do a really good job of getting angles and calling good plays, I think. So it's going to be a challenge for us, but our focus has been on Cleburne and trying to lighten the practice load up and keep them healthy and keep them energized about practice and continuing to play. I think that's important in late October, November. You got to have guys that still want to continue to go out and prepare. So we've tried to lighten the load a little bit, but the focus has been on Cleburne, and we're looking forward to that game.
Let's look at some of the highlights from the Burleson game.
Started the jet sweep to Austin Thomas. I think we ran this play about 10 times. Made a lot of good plays for us throughout the course of the game. Have kind of a misdirection play here with Marshall Hodges pulling and Brooks Brown pulling, and get in the end zone. Have jet sweep again. Good block right out there by Nolan Samick. Dwayne Johnson pulled, and we get another 10-yard gain. Just kept the chains moving. Thought Lane Martin played well at fullback. Of course, he doesn't get touched until he gets 10 yards down the field because he has good blocking. Peter Brown played an outstanding game at center. Dwayne Johnson and Marshall Hodges played about as well as they've played all year, too, at guard. So it'll be a big run up the middle by Lane Martin. Again, great job by Marshall Hodges and picking up the linebacker, and good cut by Lane right there. Find hidden yards. So our completion for the game, have a big play action pass right here to Nathan Humphreys. Good throw and catch. And then he outruns the defender for the touchdown. Nolan Samick on an option play. Good block right there by David Boyette. And Nolan gets it in the end zone. Again, an option play right here. Tate pitches it to Austin. Big first down in the game to continue keeping that clock moving and us with the ball. Finish the drive with a 3-yard touchdown by Lane right here.
We also have Brandon Weiss with us today. Brandon, what is the difference in your preparation for away games versus home games?
Nothing much changes between them. For away games, we practice hard. For home games, we have to practice just as hard, and we just have to keep going at it with a passion, the fire, that we just want the win. We want to go to playoffs. And so I'd say the preparation for both games are pretty much equal in how well we do it.
What is the most difficult part of your position?
So I play the center position, And the most difficult part about that position would be snapping the ball and being able to fire off at the same time and just doing your job every play, because that's what matters, and it's just very important for the O-line to do their position to the best of the ability.
What do you think is the biggest difference between this year's team versus last year?
This year's team, I believe, has much more of a passion than last year. Last year's team was very good, and I just feel that this year we want it more, and we're just willing to work for it.
Coach, we traveled down to Cleburne this week. What are you expecting from them?
Well, we're going to get their absolute best effort this week. They've got to win to get in the playoffs, and they think that they're good enough to do so, and I think they'll have a big crowd. I think they'll come out fired up. I think they'll come out and play real fast and opportunistic on defense. Again, offensively, I think they do a really good job. They've consistently scored a lot of points throughout the course of the season, so it ought to be a great contest and good competition.
What should we watch out for Friday night?
Hopefully we'll get a little bit of misdirection going, and hopefully offensively we'll have some big plays early, start fast, and then defense will just fly around and make some big plays and kind of force them into being one-dimensional, stop their run game, and make them into pass the ball, and hopefully we can get a turnover or two.
Let's take a look at last week's result from teams in our district.
Cleburne lost to Everman. Everman jumped up on them 21-0 and ended up winning the game 35-21. Aledo blew out Waco University.
And this week?
Midlothian won over Burleson by 11. This week, Aledo will blow out Joshua. Everman will beat University about 35-7. Centennial will beat Seguin about 45-0. And Midlothian will beat Cleburne 42-7.
Coach, thanks for being here. We'll see you next week. Remember, if you can't make it to the game, you can listen on mhsradio.com. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.